And Sweeney, you can push back on me in any of these. I'm going to say
you've stalled long enough. It's time to get to the goods.
Yep. All right. So first, we're going to go with the take a swing and miss guys. The guys that you're going to call because you have to call them. And the first one is Brad Stevens. You're going to call his wife, who's his agent, and she's going to say, "Hey, all right, well, let me call you back. I got to talk to my husband." And Brad's going to talk to her for about 30 seconds, and they're going to do it over dinner. And then, a couple hours later, she's going to call back and say, "Thanks, but no thanks." Brad's happy with his lifestyle, being the GM, de facto GM, president of basketball operations with the Celtics. He gets to see his daughter play games. Son is a freshman, walk on at Notre Dame. It's great. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Brad, no deal, just like last time. Rick Pitino. I said this in the last one. I don't think it'll work from either end. But, again, if I was Scott Dolson, I am making that call. I don't care if he's 103 years old. The dude has brought back St. John's from the dead, okay, and made them nationally relevant. So, again, don't think it works, but you got to make the call. Bruce Pearl, number 3 at Auburn. Why would you leave? You're not. You're number 1 in the country. You've built that thing. You're not leaving Auburn if you're Bruce Pearl. But, again, got to make the call. Scott Drew, number 4 at Baylor. And if by this point, Scott Dolson's getting a little frustrated, right? He's getting a little frustrated because he's getting, the Heisman from a lot of people here. Scott Drew didn't go to Kentucky last year, prayed on it. Family didn't want to go. They're comfortable in Waco. Same thing at Indiana. Same deal. And honestly, tougher job in a lot of ways. Number 5, and here's where it starts to get a little interesting.
Jeez, I mean, we're working down the list, man.
I know. I'll try to speed it up for you if I can. Dusty May at Michigan, former Indiana manager, Bob Knight manager, but he just took the job at Michigan a year ago. He's not coming. He's not coming, guys. He's got a better job right now because he doesn't want to be the focal point. He likes being in the background. He likes having football at Michigan. He fits in Ann Arbor. So I say Dusty May probably says no. So now you're down to number 6, TJ Otzelberger. He might be number 1 for me in a way. His buyout's down to $4 million from like 15 or 16 a year ago. Down to $4 million. Doesn't fit. I think he says no if they call him, believe it or not. I really do. He fits in Ames. He's killing it in Ames. Eventually he may leave, but I don't think it's for Indiana. All right, so now we're getting down to like some real choices. Is there anybody else, Sweeney, that I haven't mentioned that's a take a swing and miss guy that you got to call that I haven't called yet?
I mean, I guess Billy Donovan, right? Like what happened to the Bulls just continue to float. Right, it's not going to happen, but that if we're on the list of like
the same type of guy, though. You're going to call Brad Stevens, you call Billy Donovan.
Yeah, but Brad doesn't have a job right now that's in coaching, so you could say like Brad, Indiana guy.
But Billy might not. Billy might not in 2 months. Like the Bulls are rebuilding. Yeah. Like again, I don't think. I think there's like a 0.5% chance that Billy Donovan's next coach. But if we're going through the list, like that's who you call.
That's fine. That's
like I would say this.
If he gets fired, you can call him.
Yeah,
sure.
I would just say this real quick. I think like everyone keeps saying Indiana needs a name and Indiana needs people who understand the state and know Indiana and love Indiana, whatever. They just need a good basketball coach. They have everything else. Stop worrying about, did this guy like have coffee with Bob Knight 30 years ago? It doesn't matter. Just go hire a good coach. You hire a good coach who knows how to adapt to his personnel and has won in multiple settings. He's probably going to win in Indiana because you have everything that you need to win there. That's all I got to say.
Well, listen, we got plenty of time to speculate, right? I mean, this thing it just broke today. Goodman just broke the news today, and we got plenty of time to speculate. But what's not up